Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to Morning Brew. Wherever you are, whenever you're watching, I do hope it's a good one. Must apologize for my tardiness. Had some problems with power last night, and my modem was not wanting to cooperate, so I had to reset it. But I'm here. And thank God for StreamYard, they keep the chats, so I was able to show what came in prior to the start of the show. So anyhow, what is going on today, everyone? And good morning. Let's start over again. Good morning, PK Dan. Good morning, Keely Chow. Good morning, 47 Yorktown, who says bonjour from Eastern Canada. Good morning, Dave G Sound. Good night. Good morning, Milton. I'm not sure which it is at this point in New Zealand. And yeah, let's get things started. So let's see here. I had a couple of things in mind prior to everything going on last night. You know, I have been getting some things on physical media. The funny thing is, some of it is older stuff. Like one that I'd gotten recently was the Poseidon Adventure, the one that came out in the 70s. And I had forgotten how good that was. And so let's see here. Well, tomorrow is a new day, and I will be on time. God willing, I will be on time. Kapla, Burner, Pray 5. The funny thing was, I was online last night. I woke up, and Salty Trucker was on. And it was just prior to I Am Groot, or whatever it was that he was waiting on to come out. So I actually ended up on his panel. And so, needless to say, I finally got to sleep. And about a half hour later, because it was about 2 a.m. when power went out. Yeah, the power went out. So, yeah, my CPAP went off, so I have not gotten much sleep. Yay! So, let's see here. Let's get things started off this morning. Go ahead and send out the link. Open up the YouTube tab. Pin it. Mute the YouTube tab because I don't want to hear myself. And good morning, Resolute Germ. Good morning, Eric Sonder. How are you this morning? Ah, BKDan said had some wicked storms last night, but didn't lose power. Well, I think that it was actually part of because it went off. Like I said, it went off at 2 in the morning. What they usually do, and I didn't get a notice of it, but it usually goes off from like 2 to 4 in the morning. Uh, every few months, well, every 6 months for testing. Well, it inevitably runs over. So I am going to call and ask about that because it doesn't. It seems strange that the power went out at 2 like they normally do then. But I usually like to be prepared for that. And good morning to Decepticons Cave of Villains. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and share out the stream because I was late coming on. Guess that's taken care of. And I will share it out to Facebook as well. Even though I rarely have anyone on Facebook, I still broadcast there. I can't say never because it does happen. So anyhow, what is going on, everyone? It is a good morning here. Just looking forward to later. I'm going to probably be going till Loki goes live, and then I'll be watching that. And then I'll probably take a nap. uh, let's see here now. Yeah, I rarely get notifications for Facebook. I don't even get my own notification, which is pretty bad. So maybe I ought to stop doing Facebook. Even though, like I said, I do get a few once in a while that pop up over there. And, you know, it's worth it. I also get a few that pop up on Twitch. That's why I still broadcast over there. And good morning, BK Dan.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Tired.
How are you?
Uh, well, we had some wicked storms up here, is what I meant. Sorry.
Right.
And well, we didn't actually lose power though, which is good. It
Very
flickered a
good.
little bit, but things were okay. Oh, so how are things way down there?
Things are going well. Oops. Forgot one little thing I didn't do this morning. I
Okay.
was so focused on other things, I forgot to take my medicine.
Well, I did that already. I didn't have any coffee yet, but I did that already. But
Fortunately, coffee doesn't take too long, and I had to reset the modem, so I had time to get a little bit.
okay.
Otherwise, it'd be like, okay, well, we're gonna wait to get started because I need coffee.
Like your intro sign says, coffee first.
Oh yeah,
From Janeway, coffee first. Uh, yeah,
now
I've been
I
going.
always get notifications from Twitch, Mar. That's why I go live on there because it sends email notifications. But I don't know about there where you're at. So anyhow, go ahead, Dan.
I forgot what I was going to say. I'm sorry.
I'm s-
I'm sorry. My train got derailed and I forgot to take the bus. I'm sorry.
I am sorry about that.
Oh man, I said AM edition because I've been bouncing around in nights.
Ah,
That's why. That's one of the reasons why you haven't seen me in a while.
so what's been going on with you? Anything you can talk
Oh,
about, or
oh, bouncing around and bouncing around and bouncing around.
oh,
Well, one of the things is I can talk about is I no longer live in the same town. I'm about 15 miles away. Um, Another thing I can talk about is basically my son said, "Yeah, I'm out of here."
oh,
Yeah,
great.
yeah. So things have not been entirely fun.
No. And TWTG content. How are you, Krish? I'm assuming it's night where you are in Australia.
Yeah, still night for another like 5 more minutes. If I'm counting correctly, for about another 5 more minutes, and then it's morning. Well, it depends on which
Uh,
side he's on.
I was gonna say it depends on which part of Australia he's in. Yeah.
Yeah, it's midday for Mar.
Yes.
Almost early morning for Milton. Oh man. Oh,
And midday for Dr. Alex as well. Greetings, Dr. Alex, who says, greetings, fandom nerd. Brilliant sunshine here, and I'm sweating my arse off doing gardening maintenance. But will be worth it. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
yeah.
Oh, it's 8 p.m., so it's night. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I've had late seasonal allergies too, so which has been nice and fun on top of everything else.
Let's see, unlike New Zealand, there's only one time zone. There are several time zones in Australia, so that's why.
Yeah. Yeah. Whereas in the U.S., there's what, two in Alaska, which is one of them is part of Hawaii as well, and then four along the contiguous.
Correct. And then Canada has the Atlantic time zone as well.
Isn't
So
part of like very eastern Canada like half an hour removed?
yeah, that's part of the Atlantic time zone.
Okay. Okay. I was a little confiddled on that one. Sorry. I knew it had something to do with like half an hour. Part of Newfoundland, I believe.
Yes. And good morning, gorillas. Random thoughts.
Good morning. Oh, so what you been up to down there? I haven't
Oh,
talked to you
let's see.
forever.
I know it's been a minute since we talked. Not too much. I've been keeping busy doing some, listening to some different streams and
Hmm.
just kind of thinking about things. Uh, Getting out of my own head would be one of the best ways of putting it.
Yeah, yeah. That's one of the better things to do sometimes. You get
And
stuck in your own head. You get ruminate. You ruminate if you stick in your own head.
yeah, unfortunately, when I stick in my own head, it turns dark.
I say use more cream if it turns dark. Coffee, coffee, coffee first. Coffee.
Absolutely, coffee.
Use more cream.
But
They're still talking to each other and whatnot. Yeah,
absolutely, I love the fact that chat's talking to each other. That's absolutely wonderful.
yeah. You did help. You did help build a good community.
And Pale Rider, good morning. How are you? No, actually, I didn't. I was probably already on when that came on yesterday or
Mm.
Monday. Excuse me.
I just
47
read that.
Yorktown. Hashtag Atlantic Time Zone forever. So we got somebody here in the chat that is Atlantic Time.
Yeah.
Getting out of your own head equals peyote. Well, unfortunately, I am not in a part of the country where it's legal because I'm not on Indian land.
Yeah. Neither am I. But that's not why I don't partake.
Well, that's not why I don't partake either, but you know,
It's one of the reasons.
I've never had reason or option to take. So,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
and I doubt I would anyhow. But
It is for the young, I'm sure, and they're the versus young.
well, I know that that's one of the things that's used for vision quests and such. When
Mm.
if that's something you're looking for, so you know,
I
it's
am
an
not
option.
Chicote. I am not Chicote. I don't go on vision quests. I'm not Chicote.
No, and he used that little device thing rather than using any medicinal herbs.
Right. I just recently, about 2 months ago, finished Voyager for like the umpteen billionth time.
The funny thing is, here recently, I haven't been watching Star Trek. Um, except, in fact, I need to get back into it. Except the only times I have is when Bird has shown DS9, which
Okay.
is going to be on today. Um, it's going to be later, so it's going to be like I think I think he said later. I don't know.
Okay.
I have to ask Bird what time it'll be because he has a virtual doctor's appointment. I think that's today.
Okay. Oh, that's one of the things I wanted to mention. I am seeing for the first time in like 7 or 8 months someone I have not seen in like 7 or 8 months that I've known since third grade.
Wow.
And I am way past third grade. Let's just say that. As you can tell by my picture, I am way past third grade.
By looking at your picture, I should absolutely hope so.
Yes, way past third grade. And that picture is about almost 20 years old. That picture actually came originally off my MySpace.
Wow.
Yeah, but I still worked at Burger King. That was a long time ago.
Long
Almost
time
20 years
ago.
ago.
Wow.
Yeah, almost 20 years ago. But the name BK Dan just carried over from MySpace to my Facebook, to my Twitter, to yeah, everything. And now my Google. Yeah, that's why I just carried over because I am the Burger King. It's good to be the king. I ever tell you how I got the nickname Burger King Dan?
Well, go ahead.
Well, I was sitting at one of my local diners. This is like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, my time, of course. And I got
Hmm.
out of work about 12:30. And when people said, I want a Whopper. Really? How do you want it? With cheese, no tomato, heavy pickle. Okay. At the time, it was 232 for a Whopper with cheese. So you can take judge 20 years ago. Um,
Oh yeah.
232. Come around to the second window. He says, and I just get up and start walking outside. He says, where are you going? Go to get you a Whopper. After about 2 minutes, I come inside and hand him a bag. What is it? Whopper with cheese, no tomato, heavy pickle. Now, mind you, the closest Burger King anywhere near me was the one I just closed at midnight.
Hmm.
How the hell? You like your Whopper the same as I do. I just produced a Whopper upon command to order. Like it. So that's how I got the nickname, BK Dan. I produced a Whopper to order on command. Little things like that. As I said, that was 20 years ago. And the name stuck. And the name Dan is not actually mother given, it's grandfather given.
Ah.
Because I am Daniel the Fourth. My father was in the delivery room with my mother, and his father, Daniel the Second, was as well. Hey, Bird.
Hello, world. It's Birdo.5 Kapla. Good morning, Captain. Good morning, BK Dan.
How are you? How is Bird today?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Been listening for a while, except I just got a chance to come on. Uh,
Oh, let me just
uh,
finish in about 10 seconds. Sorry, Bird.
well,
Daniel the
no,
fourth.
it's okay. The last 2 minutes I didn't hear because
Okay.
Cisco called, but before that I was listening.
Okay. Um, so my grandfather was in the delivery room along with my father and my father and mother, of course, and he said, "You are going to name my grandson Daniel the Fourth, aren't you?" So I'm grandfather named, not mother named. Okay, Bird. Sorry, I had to finish that.
No, nothing to be sorry about it. Didn't have anything specific to talk about. I was just falling in, coming on to say hi and, you know, see if anything interesting comes up. Something I have to feel the need to weigh in on.
I was going to say take target practice, an old satellite, Star Trek 2. Or was that Star Trek 3?
Where they shot Voyager out of the sky.
Yeah,
I think that was 3.
yeah. The Search for Spock. Yeah, yeah, that was 3. It's been forever since I've seen the original movies.
So what time? What time are you going live today, Bird? 4? Is that correct?
No, today DS9 will be pushed back an hour because I got a doctor's appointment at 4. So
Okay.
Okay.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
And to be honest, it might be slightly past 5, but I'm going to set it for 5. If I don't
Right.
get on immediately, then I'll be late as usual.
Yeah, as usual.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if it turned out to be 5:15. That's all I'm saying. But I don't want to take the risk and set it to 5:15 because I got physical therapy today. You know, I don't want to, can't start too late because of physical therapy, but I can't start on time because of a doctor's appointment.
Right.
And yes, that the acronym was Whopper. You're correct, from War Games, Dave.
Joshua. Joshua called me. Sorry.
Yep, you are correct.
Who the hell lives next to the ocean and doesn't know how to swim? Okay, I'm better. One of my favorite lines in the whole movie. That and Joshua called me. My 2 favorite lines in the whole movie. It wasn't. It wasn't. Can we play a game? It wasn't. Interesting game. I prefer interesting game. The only winning play is not to play. It was. It wasn't any of those. It was. It was those 2.
You know, that's something that's never come up before. You know, different movie quotes, or some people that well-known quotes will resonate with some people, and others it's just this random quote that happens in a movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Speaking of which, Captain, pick a well-known pop culture movie in your head. Think of a classic thought and think of another thought. Think of another quote from that movie that resonates with you.
It's been a while since I've seen any movies, so I'm gonna have to start watching movies again. Like I said, I've been watching a lot of the uh, Erica Angelo, excuse me, videos on YouTube, and a couple other places I've been watching. Um, just kind of getting out of my own head type of thing.
Yeah, I hear you there. Are there rocks ahead? If there are, we'll all be dead.
And good morning, Darius Munchausen. How are you this morning?
Can you think of what movie that was, Captain?
No,
Princess Bride. When they're on the way to the cliffs of insanity.
I haven't
That was
seen that
Andre the
movie in
Giant.
forever.
That was Andre the Giant. When he was doing the rhyming parts on the way to the cliffs of insanity.
Funny thing is, I recognize the line. It just
No
no.
more rhyming. I mean it. Would anybody like a peanut? Sorry, my late season allergies are just getting to my schnoz.
No problem. That's what happens sometimes. These lovely
Yeah.
allergies happen, and yeah,
I never use the word
gets
lovely
to
attached to
us.
the word allergy, but yes. I never use the word lovely attached to the
I
word
use
allergy.
that in a loose term.
Very loose term.
Best line. Well, why do you wear that mask? Were you burned by acid? Well, now you're going to have to put that line in context,
No, actually, I wear a
Dave.
mask because I think they'll be fashionable in the future. I believe that was the next line. Dave, I believe it was. The follow up answer to that was why do you wear a mask when you're burned by acid? And he says no. I believe masks will become fashionable in the future. Sorry. Another favorite line of mine, but
And Dave said yes.
yep. I haven't seen that movie in, oh God, it has to have been easily 10 years.
And good morning, Rough Girl. How are you this morning? You are more than welcome to come on this morning, as always. Good morning, Chester. How are you today?
Yes, good morning, Chester. I just looked away from my computer for a second. Sorry. I was listening, but looked away for a second. I haven't seen any of you lovely peoples in forever.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah. Doing fantastic. Nice.
Awesome. That is good to hear. You're doing fantastic. I wish I could say I am, but having been up since 2 a.m.
Well, I've only been up for a little more than an hour, so I didn't like log into your YouTube and like 3 hours beforehand and then post first or something like that. So I logged in like literally about 10 minutes up and posted it
Oh, trust me, there will be times I'll set it up at
before you knock out.
before I go to sleep at night, and there'll be times that somebody will post in there 10 minutes after I've set it up first. It's like, oh dear God.
Yeah, I've seen that before it happened to you. Well, no kidding. You were first. You were trolling my page. Not quite your quote, but that's pretty much what you said more than once to people.
It's just it strikes me as funny though. Like,
Yeah.
how could you be there? Uh,
Are you part Jackie? I can get there before you leave. Hmm.
what? He's making a rainbow parachute icon. Need permission to post. What? That sounds weird.
Yeah. I'm not even on the YouTube tab. Huh. That's odd. That is a little odd.
Well, let's. Okay. Let's do this. Add moderator. There we go, rough girl. Now you shouldn't have any problems posting. Yeah, it's because you use the emoticons.
Ah. Yeah, I thought that's what it meant after I started reading what Dave just said. So yeah.
The parachute emojis. I. It's the parachute emojis on the list somewhere. It's one of those things you got to know where it's at, or you got to know what to look for. Oh, but
So what's on your agenda besides the nap later? Cap. Sorry.
not too much. What's going on, Bird? I guess nothing.
Nothing going on here. Just doing my thing.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Don't want to disturb you then.
Yeah, it's
What are
only
you gonna-
8:20. Huh. It's breakfast time,
Wow.
damn it. It's breakfast time, damn it. Must have coffee. It's breakfast time.
Yeah, coffee's going to be on the agenda for in a little bit, but
Hmm.
right now I'm just still kind of. I just finished my cup of coffee, and I don't want to go off and get more coffee yet. So
Maybe you say it 3 times, it'll happen right in front of you. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Nope, didn't work. Didn't work.
don't I wish that would be so simple.
Yes, it would be. A lot less travel time.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to lean forward so I can actually read the screen nowadays.
Oh, understandable. I don't have to do that myself. I have to lean back. Then I need my glasses.
Ah, okay.
Otherwise, it's just there's going to come a point I'm probably going to need them for both, but that'll be another 20 years or so, thankfully.
Yeah, I need them all the time myself, so. Unfortunately. Sorry. Schnoz.
No problem.
So what time is Loki on?
He is on at 8 a.m. Central.
Okay. Oh, so yes to your answer from earlier. From Bird, it should have been yes, 4 o'clock Central instead of five Eastern.
Rainbow on the parachute. YouTube makes need permission because YouTube considers it a statement. Really? Oh, good God.
Oh. Damn you, Google. Everything is not a statement.
No, exactly.
Sometimes a parachute is just a parachute.
Exactly.
To paraphrase Freud. Sometimes a parachute is just a parachute.
It's not like we can go in there and edit what's on the parachute.
Right.
You know, the emojis are set. You can't go in there and edit and go, okay, I'm going to add something to it. I would get it if you could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Then it'd be like, okay, I get why you would need to add permissions, but for an emoji that's already there,
Straight out the box. It's a parachute with a rainbow parachute.
There.
Is that what they said it was?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's straight out the box. It's a rainbow parachute. Why would you need permission? It's straight out the box. It's not like you're adding to it, like you said.
Yeah, it's a simple parachute.
Yeah.
Good grief.
Are you Charlie Brown
You look at it on the YouTube side.
Are you Charlie Brown now? You say, good grief.
It's not even a rainbow. It's just...
Yeah. I just looked over too, so yeah.
Like, I mean, I can understand if it were a pride flag or something like that, but no. They don't, no. Good grief.
Are you Charlie Brown now?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. I am the cake Dan. If you're Charlie Brown, you should have said something along the lines of, "Damn it, Lucy, keep that ball still."
No kidding.
After 50 years, I should have kicked that ball. I still remember as a kid watching one of the Charlie Brown movies. She is so mean.
Yeah.
Keep moving the ball on him. She's so mean. Sorry, I digress.
Oh, no.
I mean, you didn't post a direct topic. That's why I was like, oh, I think it's fair game to like digress and like meander and see where it takes us.
Absolutely.
As long as it's family friendly, I can't see why it shouldn't be able to meander. And you did post direct topic, right? As long as it's family friendly, you know.
They're taking it as a pride flag, even if it's not intended as so. Why an issue for YouTube? That's my question. Since it's trying to be more inclusive, that's one of the things that they stress to creators that was we need to be more inclusive.
Really?
Really.
My condolences. We all inhabit the same Earth. I think that's inclusive enough. Seriously, we all inhabit the same Earth. As long as we all view each other the same, that's inclusive enough. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know how anyone else feels. I'm not a mind reader. If I were, I'd be a perfect chess player. I'd know their moves before they made them. That's just how I feel.
Exactly.
I'm glad we're of at least similar minds in that one. At least similar. I can't tell exactly because I'm not a mind reader.
Exactly. You know, it's funny because I I am all for, you know, being open, you know, not only I think that inclusive should include other things because there are people on here that like discovery. I don't.
Okay.
You know, so we need to include people who like and be geek.
Wow. Oh, hi.
It's okay.
Champion.
It's okay. I'm usually the butt of a lot of jokes. I take it in stride. And Cap has known me long enough to know that I can handle it.
But your picture looks nothing like the posterior. How can you be the butt of a joke? Ha 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 ha.
Oh,
Oh, it's been a while since I've used a bad joke on your panel.
this
It's
is
not like I'm
true.
doing them every day now, like I was before.
Wow, look at this. 11 watching and 20 likes.
Isn't that nice to see?
It's actually, if you'd ever actually respond to your DMs, I said it was great to see you back. And I hope your time off was restful and rejuvenating.
Oh, absolutely. I was going to do that today. I was having some problems yesterday responding to anybody.
Mm.
I'm lucky if the power doesn't go out. I just actually got a call from the VA. They want to reschedule my mental health appointment. And I was like, yeah, I hadn't got back to you guys because when I was supposed to have it's virtual. Um,
Mm.
and I said, yeah, we had the power out. But I'm going to say this going to see a therapist is, if anybody's ever done it and you go to their place and everything, it's like going to the doctor. It's
Mm-hmm.
very uncomfortable. And, the idea of being in my own house and being able to talk through a Zoom is actually more comforting, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. You're able to keep yourself in a comfortable surrounding. You know, it's still an uncomfortable situation, but you're still able to have some control over it, unlike going into a normal office where you have no control.
Yeah, I think you nailed it there.
Yeah.
So,
So you can pick your
Unfortunately, I won't get until September. But we got a lot of veterans with a lot of mental health issues, and I've talked to a lot of brothers and sisters I have, and a lot of them are dealing with a lot of trauma, a lot of issues, and thankfully the VA has gotten better on helping that, but unfortunately there is a wait.
yeah. Yeah, unfortunately that weight usually is not not a short wait either. So yeah.
Oh no, I can't see my therapist again until September 31st. Or sorry, my counselor. I think
Mm.
there's a difference between a psychiatrist and a therapist. One can prescribe
Yes.
meds, one can't, and I'm not looking to get meds. I'm on enough meds as it is.
And Carlo Albanese says, I hope everyone is as well as can be. Hail on Karoga.
As well as could be.
I'm good. My
Yep.
wife's about ready.
Now,
My wife
Captain, I don't think he said hail on Karoga.
No, he said hail Karoga.
I knew that would.
See, I'm not even looking at the chat, and I know that Carlo wouldn't say that.
Kapla bird. How's the
Apply,
family?
Okay. Okay enough. We've had work. So.
Yeah.
So I'm actually looking forward to. I'm going on vacation in a couple of days.
Vacation, that must be nice.
Well, it's really the first time I've been on one in a while. My wife and I and the kids are all going down to. It's called Holiday World. And for those of you who don't know, it's basically a theme park with different, holiday themes in different sections.
Mm.
And my daughter went with my daughter Charlene, my youngest, my baby, uh, even though she's about to be 12 in 18 days or so.
Wow.
It's still, she's my baby. She's the
Mhm.
baby girl.
Yep.
She went with her friend and their parents, good people, so we trusted them because they took her to a convention and she had a great time. So she gets to be our tour guide this time
Mhm.
for those of us who haven't gone. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to, due to inflation and everything. My daughter and I had talked and we were going to meet in the middle
Mhm.
in Effingham, Illinois. But I talked with my wife and I said, look, I want to go spend a week back home in Granite City. I want to see other family and I want to spend time with, my daughter and grandson. And
Mhm.
usually one of us has to stay back because, well, we have dogs and pets and, boarding's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So originally we were going to meet halfway in September and just have a day in Effingham. And then I talked with my wife and I was like, I really just want to go for a week, a work week. Monday, Friday, I come home.
Yep.
Absolutely. So, what are you going to do for that?
Well, I'm going to spend time with my daughter. I'm going to spend time with Freddie, my grandson. I'm going to see some family. I'm going to try and get up to Bunker Hill and see my uncle and my cousin Ayla, who is the closest person I ever had to a sister. And by the way, if you ever hear me use the term sissy, I'm not using it in a derogatory term. That's just how my family refers to sisters. So
Right.
if I use sister or sissy, you know, I say that to my daughter, I was like, my daughter told me she talked to Trish. She talked to my oldest daughter, Trish. I was like, how's Sissy doing? Referring to her as
Mm-hmm.
her sister. But some people have heard me say that and took it as I was making a derogatory term. I'm like, get a fucking dictionary, shithead.
Or grow a set of balls and say, hey, why are you saying sissy?
It's just a term I was raised. Yeah, exactly. Instead of getting offended, I was actually Cap. I was actually watching earlier when I woke up. Orange Hat reviews defense of Naru from Prey, and I pretty much agreed with him that people are hating on her because she's a woman, and I'm like, okay, y'all talk about Ripley, y'all talk about Sarah Connor. Now, I'm not gonna speculate on if you've seen it or if you watched it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like you were given what you wanted. You got a strong female character who won the day and was complimented by a strong man, her brother, and you're still
Yep.
bitching just to find something to bitch about.
Yep. unfortunately, that seems to be the way now.
Yeah, and that's why I said the other day, that's why I've left a lot of parts of the sandbox. I'm like, okay, you had your point with Ray. We've had our point with the strong woman has to be with a weak or loser male. But when you have a strong male, but we grew up on strong women being complemented with strong men. Ellen
Mm-hmm.
Ripley, Sarah Connor, Buffy, she had a team. You know, that was one of the things I loved about Buffy was when Faith came in. Uh, she was a strong female, but it wasn't until really, her getting with Angel and stuff, she realized, there are certain flaws I have. And that was the thing I enjoyed about Prey was this girl did have flaws. And the whole thing that she can't hunt because she's a woman. That was never the point. The point was she had not been able to complete a big kill.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, of course, the warriors, the
Because she
braves,
was a woman.
but the braves, the hunters. And when you're a hunter gatherer society, that's kind of a big deal. So I understood her drive and determination, but the way she won, I thought was very well done. And I thought she did a good job with the character. And I think the director did. And I think we got a strong female character out of this. And then people are still bitching because they've got the blinders on. The best I can say is it's Ray, it's Ray, it's Ray. No, it's not Ray because Ray never failed. She failed a lot of times. So I did enjoy it. I put it up there with, and I said this directly to the actor. I was like, this is the first Predator movie since Predator 2 I've enjoyed because I've hated everything afterwards.
Mm-hmm. You're not the first person to say that. In fact, there have been a lot of people who said they didn't care for it since the original one. But either one or two, and after that, it's been like, yeah.
Yeah, look, I'm not going to say it's better than one because, that was the first one. I'm never going to say that. But I would put it on par with Predator 2. I
Cool.
really would. And I liked Predator 2. I liked Danny Glover in that role. And Orange Hat did like a 25-minute thing defending the character of Naru, and I reposted it on Twitter, and I was like, he's fucking nailing it. You're all just bitching to bitch. I'm fine with justification, but if you're just bitching and you're just going in with no open mind, just assuming that it's going to suck, well, then you have blinders on.
Yeah.
Okay, my wife and I, for example, Cap and everyone, when my wife and I saw and the kids saw Doctor Strange, yes, my wife and I both agreed it was a letdown,
Mm-hmm.
uh, which surprised us. Now I know it made a lot of money, but let's be honest, it was riding off the coattails of Spider-Man: No Way Home, which was basically, people call that a fan service. So I'm like, yeah, no shit, thank you. I got some closure with both the prior Spider-Man that we didn't get for a long time. And I felt that was a good thing. When Thor Love and Thunder came out, my wife and daughter went and saw it. And she said it was okay, but she said like the first 5 minutes she was thinking, oh my God, are they going stupid here? And my son and I were going to go the next day when he was feeling better. And my wife said, he has no interest in this movie, it seems. And here was the kicker. I didn't want to see it either. I didn't care. I was only going for the family. And then when I went and talked to my son, I said, do you still want to see Thor Love and Thunder? He goes, Dad, I'm not interested. My response was, oh, thank God, because I wasn't interested either.
It's not that I'm going to defend Love and Thunder, but it was going for an entirely different feel. And I think that it was not well received because it was so comedic.
Eastland Burkholder says Love and Thunder was childish funny.
Yeah, it's too comedic. Like I just said, yeah.
Do you want to know the movie my daughter and my wife saw with her friend that they absolutely loved?
What?
Black Phone. And my wife wasn't gonna go see that movie. She was gonna let the kids watch Black Phone. She was gonna go watch Top Gun Maverick again, which, if you haven't seen it, is absolutely, as I've said, the sequel we didn't ask for, but the sequel we needed.
Mhm.
And my wife's not into psychological thrillers, and even she said it was decent. It was decent. My daughter came home and couldn't shut up about it, and I'm like, stop, because I'm a psychological thriller fan. I'm like, stop! I want to watch the movie. I don't want spoilers, because I wanted to go, but here's the kicker: I'm a 42-year-old, slightly fat man. Does it really look good optics for me to take a 15-year-old and an 11-year-old who looks like a goth into a movie theater to go see that? I'm just saying. That's why I said, and I told my wife that. You can ask her. She's right here. Here, for old time's sake. Just do it, honey. Smack me in the head.
Well, hold on a minute. So,
Gibson.
long
Gibson.
time no see. How's everybody
Long
doing?
time no see. Doing
But
good.
before I do our usual, that was a really good movie, Black Phone. I mean, my plan was to go see Top Gun again while the girls went, but the movie theater said, no, you have to accompany them. I'm like, damn it. Because I don't like horror or anything like that, but I actually did good sitting through there. So, anyway, for old time's sake.
Gibson.
Yes.
Should have gone from the back like Gibbs would do.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go mute. I need to talk to my wife. She's going to her dad's today.
Yeah. I was getting ready to wrap up anyhow because
It's almost
get
9.
ready to
Yeah.
head over to Loki's. He's doing his YouTube thing, YouTube stream.
Well, before you wrap up, I want to say thank you for having me, Captain. It's been forever and a half. It was good hanging out with you guys.
Absolutely. And I
Thank you, Captain. Have a
link in the
good
chat.
day.
And so thank you all for joining. And I do want to thank you. Head on over to Loki, say Cap Raid, and thank you again. Have a great day. See you soon.